Sophocles, and welcome to the clouds. The rest of the philosophers wanted me to come out here and tell you a little bit about our show. Unfortunately, I wasn't told until 5 minutes ago, and I'm not very good at improv. You might see by my knees shaking, so we're going to get Aristotle out here to help me. Aristotle?
I can't get close. Help me up.
Okay, Aristotle is one of the best philosophers and playwrights I have ever known in my life. Literally no flaws about him. Ladies and gentlemen, Aristotle. He likes you, sir. And he loves you, ma'am. You, not so much.
I find you very average.
He finds you atrocious. He is the strongest person I've ever met in my life. He has 30 years experience at Dungeons & Dragons.
Ah, you're not helping me.
Level 8 barbarian.
That is the last thing I wanted you to say. People, I need you to start closing off your cell phones. Now's about the time to do that.
Honestly, sir, you know, Jessica's not going to break up with you if you don't text her for 2 hours.
And even if she does, there's plenty of fish out there.
Actually, Jessica's pretty hot. She's blonde with hair. She's so beautiful.
Okay, well, then if Jessica does leave you, what we'll do is we'll go over there.
Yeah, we'll go over.
We'll hype you up.
Hype you up.
And then we'll let you take care of the rest of the situation.
Because that sounds fair to me.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stay in here. I'm not going to move until I see some cell phones come out and you turning off. So, A for effort. B for initiative.
Honestly, he... Okay.
C for something else.
Honestly, he's one of the best philosophers I've ever seen in my life.
Why don't you just say that? It makes me sound so cool. I asked you.
One time, I was at the Theater of Dionysus. There were 76 Persians, got them all to turn their phones off.
First of all, no, you didn't.
Oh, snap.
Second of all, it was definitely not the Theater of Dionysus. It was actually a Yuck Yucks in Windsor.
So cool.
And third of all, why would you lie to me? I taught you everything that you know.
Okay, you might have told me everything that I know, but you haven't told me everything that you know.
Like how to read.
Why don't you just go there?
Enjoy the show.
Hello, heathens, and welcome to The Clouds, the competition of antiquity's greatest minds. I'm proud to present the Theater of Dionysus, the world's first stage. Through a vile, gruesome, painful, and delightful annihilation process, I, Zeus, the great creator, have chosen 3 candidates that I have found worthy of penning Athens' first sketches. All 3 have demonstrated outstanding intelligence, creativity, resourcefulness, but most importantly, manliness. But only one shall have the privilege to showcase their work on Athens' only stage. My humble servants, these are your playwrights.
How high will the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? I, Socrates, precede all my fellow competitors in age, virtue, and wisdom. I retired my spear for a lively discussion, the pursuits of knowledge. Now in my life, I didn't bother myself recording my thoughts. I lived life in the moments, with truth, and being unified in the improvised language of conversation. But now I kneel before the gods for giving me a second chance at making history. In my own history, the way I would like to be portrayed. And not the clown some people portray me as. You know, they say I went crazy, spoke to spirits. That's outrageous slander. Works of Plato, no doubt. Daydreaming, buried. Socrates, another? Who would believe that?
I would.
What is the soul? Does it run in our blood? Why do men dictate our society? When will Trojan man mean something totally different? Where do we find answers? Who am I? Oh, right, Plato. Pleasure, I'm sure. I am the student of Socrates and mentor of Aristotle. Socrates spent his life roaming the streets of Athens, questioning the reasonings and motives of high officials. He turned scholars into fools, and I recorded it. My dialogues are all that remain of the teachings of Socrates. After seeing him be put to death by a jury of his peers, I swore to it to keep his spirit alive. I opened up a school of rhetoric in honor of this great, albeit eccentric, mentor and friend of mine. There I spend my days teaching and pondering. The 11th hour is the time to ask life's greatest questions. Togas or capes? Beating or whipping? Conan or Letterman?
I know. How do I make resurrection look so good, right? Please, ladies, keep your togas on. I'm Aristotle, but I'm also known as the Daring Maverick. It's Derek for short. Some say that I'm half man, half machine. What's a machine? Shut up. Now, I've argued with Plato for years, but he won't budge. Everything is a broad general discussion with him. Are we in control of our lives, or are we merely pawns in a giant game of the gods? Do we marry our cousins out of free will? Or is it Aphrodite who prearranges us in the stars? I'll tell you one thing. You don't need to impress your girlfriend's dad when he's your uncle. Would you look at the time? I better get home. My slaves aren't going to beat themselves.
I came to see if the rumors were true. Athens' first stage. Oh, my dream finally realized. Almost. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophocles, pleasure to meet you. Firm grip. Well, I'm sure you've all heard of the competition by now. I've dedicated my whole lifetime to create a masterpiece for it. Almost finished my 6th work, in fact. But I found out today my works will never be seen by the gods. They've only chosen philosophers for this competition, and the winner will surely go down in history as Athens' greatest playwright. But I wish them all well now, especially Socrates, an old friend of mine. Well, I really must be heading out now. I'm to meet Pericles for dinner at Mr. Greek.